Ugh. Yo, what is good? What is good? How y'all doing? Welcome to Royal Flush Gaming, the Winning Hand podcast. You know what I mean? My bad, man. It's been a while since I've been on. Let me double check to make sure everything's running and shit. Let's see here. All right, cool. Everything's good to go. All right, man. It's been a while. I've been gone for a quite long time. Has nothing to do with gaming and shit. To be honest with you, the reason why I've been gone for so long is I had a lot of stuff on my mental. You feel me? A lot of outside shit. It has nothing to do with gaming. Just life shit. Just a lot of stuff all together. I'm not talking about the COVID shit or anything. I'm just talking about just life normally. It's been a lot of shit, man. I've been going through certain things, made it hard for me to smile. You feel me? What's up, Floyd? It's been, I mean, it's been a minute. It's not that I don't want to like hop on and fuck with y'all and shit. I do. It's just lately a lot of stuff went down that makes it hard for me to smile. And I don't like to go on here and be that grumpy, angry ass dude because ain't nobody having fun with that. You know what I mean? I don't want to go on here and express my life problems to y'all and shit. It had nothing to do with what we about. We about gaming and shit. So I just want to stick to that. It's just there's certain things outside of gaming lately that's been kind of hard on a motherfucker. I don't know how to explain it to y'all, man. What's up, Akumu? You know what I mean? It's just, I'm sure y'all go through it too. Ain't fucking rainbows and sunshine for every one of y'all, But that's what it was for me, man. The last couple months, I've been going through some things, personal stuff. Physically, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Mentally and emotionally, I'm fine. It's just there's certain things about the world itself, the world at large, is bring a motherfucker down sometimes. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. That's what it is. I mean, besides from that, I don't really have no other issues. It's just a lot of shit has dragged me down lately. Whether it's just the world at large or the communities that I belong to, some of the people that I fuck with is going through some shit. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff. But we're not here for that. We here for gaming and shit. And that's why I haven't been around for a long time. I don't want to hop on here and be that dude that bitch about everything. You know what I mean? Because we all have problems. We all go through it. So I'd rather just deal with my own personal issues myself. I ain't trying to fuck with, I ain't gonna bring it up to other motherfuckers. Like I just rather just take care of my shit and be on here once I'm good. So it's been a while, man, and I didn't step away from the gaming shit. I kept my ears to the street. You know what I mean? I kept my ears to these gaming streets. I see what's going on out there, and it's been interesting, man. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. As much as I shit on the console war, bruh, fucking love the console war. I love it. I love every bits and pieces of it. I used to like, you know, imagine myself being a part of that console war. Like, what kind of, I don't know, what kind of console war warrior would I be? You know what I mean? And tell y'all the truth, man. I think the reason why the console war is so entertaining is because the motherfuckers that's caught up in it don't even realize how caught up in it they are, to where they start saying shit that, like, if you're not a part of the console war, you just look at them like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? I feel you, Akumu. I mean, that's what it was. I mean, if it wasn't for gaming, I think I'd lose my mind, throughout the last couple months. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm glad I have gaming to fall back on. But, talking about gaming and all that type of shit and the community we belong to and whatnot, it don't really correlate when I'm not in a good mood. And when I'm not in a good mood, I don't really like to tell people why I'm not in a good mood and all that shit because it's my own personal problems. You know what I mean? You see things out there and it brings you down, but it's not that, you know, the world is fucking you up like that. It's just, it's exhausting. Every day you get beat down by the same bullshit over and over. You know what I mean? And and lately, there's just certain things that I can't do nothing about. You feel me? There's just certain things I'm not able to do nothing about, and it fucks me up. Is what I'm saying. It fucks me up. But um, you know, after a while, I realized it ain't that serious, man. You feel me? It's just not that serious. And after a while, man, like the stuff that used to frustrate me, it doesn't frustrate me anymore because at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with me. It doesn't affect my life. You know what I mean? I feel bad for the people it does affect, but it don't really fuck with me no more. Like it is what it is at this point. So back to gaming shit. Right? Like I was saying, I love this console war bullshit. I ain't gonna front to you. I love it back when there was a real console war where people had ammo, when both sides had positives and negatives, pros and cons you could fuck with, you know what I mean? And both sides would have legitimate ammo, legitimate reasons why their console is the best to them. You know what I mean? I missed that. I mean, that was dope. Like that console war back then was fun. The console war was really fun when Sony wasn't winning. You know what I'm saying? Now that Sony's like beat the brakes off of like Xbox, it's just not enjoyable no more. It's just not fun. But what I tell you is fun though is the fake console war that goes on right now. That shit's fun to me. Y'all don't. I mean, I don't know if y'all think it's fun or not, but I find that shit hilarious, bro. I find that shit fucking amusing as fuck. Like I be looking at people, with the console war, and I'll be like, bruh, why y'all like this? You know what I'm saying? The stuff that y'all say, man, like the one thing I'm getting really fed up with, it's entertaining when I see it, but when it's done to me, I'm just really fed up with it. You ever like listen to a motherfucker talk? You know what I mean? And you have to sit through a solid 5-10 minutes worth of disclaimers before they get to what they were saying. You feel me? You understand what I'm saying? That shit's exhausting to sit through. Or just read like a tweet or something. A motherfucker write a whole motherfucking essay. The first portion of the essay is explaining to you how much of a neutral gamer he is. You feel me? This motherfucker's neutral, right? Explain to you for like a whole paragraph about how he's neutral, and then proceed to bash whichever system. I don't care which system. You could be a pony, an Xbot. I don't know what you call a Nintendron or whatever the fuck y'all call them. I don't know. You could be whichever one of those, and it's fine. Like be one of those. Matter of fact, it's odd that you're not. You know what I'm saying? If you a pony, like, get your horseshoes on, motherfucker, and start clipping. The fuck? I don't understand y'all. Like, why? Like, be proud of that. If you enjoy one system or the other, let that be known. Why you gotta do that dance? You feel me? Why do you have to do that dance? To the point where I like when I see it, I don't want to engage in it. Like, I just want to be outside of it laughing at it. I don't want you to engage me with this nonsense. You feel what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying when I say that shit? When I don't want to engage in this nonsense. I don't like sitting here, have you tell me for the last 20 minutes how you're neutral, but you keep bashing one system or the other. I don't understand it. Like, and it's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. Have y'all ever seen that shit? And there's plenty of those, and I love them. I ain't gonna front. I love each and every one of them that be doing that. I mean, this whole, web logical nonsense. This whole, neutral gamer shit is hilarious. Because here's the thing: the only people who are neutral are the people that has the problem with whatever system we're talking about. I'm a neutral, but Xbox ain't shit. Or I'm a neutral and PlayStation ain't shit. Dog, if you even say your name, say you a neutral first and shut the fuck up afterwards. You are Switzerland, motherfucker. You don't have no, you know, you are Switzerland. You're Swiss, all right? You don't have no inputs, no thoughts, none of that shit on either side. You feel me? You're Switzerland. You're fucking neutral. You ain't America, all right? America's not neutral. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. I mean, you could say you are neutral, but you better mean that shit. If you say you are neutral, then shut your motherfucking mouth. Like, there's no other things you need to say afterwards. I'm a neutral. I don't care neither way about whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's a neutral. I don't know how you are neutral, but you're still having issues with one side over the other. Then you're not neutral. I'm not even a neutral when it comes to Lamborghinis and fucking Ferraris. Two cars I definitely can't own. You know what I'm saying? Well, I can own one, but I basically have to like, cut everything that's great out of my life, everything enjoyable out of my life to own a motherfucking Lamborghini. And you know what's funny? I'm not a neutral when it comes to Lamborghinis and Ferraris. I like Lamborghinis better. I think the name Lamborghini sounds cooler. I think Lamborghinis look cooler than Ferraris. I mean, you give me either one, I'm taking one. But I like the way Lamborghinis look better. I've sat in Lambos before. I've never drove one, you know. Motherfuckers that own it ain't gonna let me drive it. You feel me? But I sat in Lambos before, and I sat in Ferraris before. I like the way you know what I'm saying? The interior of a Lambo looked better. I mean, I'm not able to afford either car either way, but I still am not a neutral between those two cars. I don't know what y'all mean. When it comes to shit that I can afford, shit that I do care about, I'm definitely not a neutral on that shit. Because I bought one over the other. Clearly, I'm not neutral. And even if you bought both and you enjoy one over the other, you're clearly not a neutral. I don't know why you're telling me you are. It don't even make sense. It don't even make sense at all to me that you consider yourself a neutral. And realistically, there's no such thing as a neutral. What you mean to say is you're not attached to any company, which is fine. I'm not either. I don't give a fuck about Sony. You know what I mean? But I'm not a neutral. I prefer Sony shit. Alright, the Floyd man. You feel me? I don't have no issues with Xbox or Nintendo or PlayStation or even PC at all. I don't care what you play on. You know what I'm saying? But if you tell me you are neutral, then that means you don't care what system you're playing on, period. You don't have no issues with either or. That's the way I see it. You know what I mean? And on a certain level, I feel you because I'm like that. If I'm at a a homie's crib and all he got is an Xbox, I'm playing Xbox. I'm not gonna be like, nah, bro, I'll only play on play. No, that's ridiculous. There's no video game system around right now except for a motherfucking Xbox, and I want to play some fucking games. So I'm playing on this motherfucking Xbox. Well, the only reason I could think of for neutral is because I'm gonna try to explain something and I hope I can get it through. You know what I mean? I hope I can make sense of it, but it's really hard to make sense of. Um, the whole I'm a neutral thing. I'm gonna tell you where that stems from, right? It stems from beyond gaming. It stems from our culture. What I mean by that is we created, and I do mean we, because we all involved in this shit. We all have a hand in doing this shit. So it's not like, I'm pointing a finger at y'all and stepping back like it ain't my fault. Like a portion of it is me too. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Jamal? I mean Jamal, my fault, bro. You feel me? Like it's not the reason why motherfucker have to disclaim like put disclaimers up like they're neutral. I'm not a fanboy, but you ever hear that shit? You ever hear those disclaimers first before they tell you how they feel about some shit? The reason why those disclaimers exist, I'm not a fanboy, but, or, I'm a neutral, but, you know what I mean? The reason why you see those is because we've created a culture around trolling each other and handing each other L's, not really caring what each other thinks or anything. We just look at people's comments, the things they say, and we try to find ways to insult them, basically, to troll them and insult them. That's what we do. You don't think that's the culture we created, the culture we live in? You don't think so? You don't think okay boomer stems from that? Like who talks like that? Who talks to their grandparents like that? Is that how you say? Is that how you talk to your grandma, bro? Okay boomer? Is that how it works? You know what I'm saying? I would never like imagine to like speak to my parents that way or my grandparents that way. I've never met my grandparents. They died before I even came to be. But you know what I'm saying? I would never imagine myself saying that shit. But we say that like normally, like it's not even a problem. That's just a part of our culture. That's what we do. We can't wait to troll one another. That's just what we do, fam. So all those disclaimers, to be honest with you, is there so that they can at least negate some of that in the first. Oh, because we like to troll each other, and the only way we could do that a lot of times is we put each other in a box. You feel me? Like, oh, he's a PlayStation fanboy, and you know how PlayStation fanboys are, and that's a wrap. Like, you don't need to go any further than that. You just put this motherfucker in a box. He's a PlayStation fanboy. Therefore, whatever this PlayStation fanboy has to say is just PlayStation fanboy shit, and you don't need to go on any further. It's easy. You always want to put people in a box of some kind. You know what I mean? That's why people claim to be things that's unnecessary. I'm a PlayStation gamer. I'm an Xbox gamer. I'm a PC gamer. Motherfucker, like, alright, you know what I mean? Alright. Put yourself in that box. Me, like, I was put in that box because of y'all, and I'm fine with it. I'm a PlayStation gamer. I'm a pony, or whatever the case is. Alright. You know what I mean? Alright. But that's the problem, though. That's what we do. We can't speak on subjects, on loftier credits than fucking, oh, you a pony, or you a Xbox. You know what I mean? Even when it comes to like this PlayStation 5 fiasco, right? The PlayStation 5 itself is not a fiasco. The reception that it's getting is a fiasco. What I mean is, like, recently, right? Y'all should know me. I don't really give a fuck about power at all. I don't even understand the tech to even talk about it. You know what I mean? I don't. If you check every one of my videos, every one of my tweets ever, you would never see me say anything about tech. The only time you see me talk about tech are in the form of a question. What's up, man? Don't be wilding in my chat, motherfucker. What up, like? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know enough about tech to talk about it. So when you hear me talk about tech at all, it's usually in the form of a question. And a lot of times when people see me ask these questions, they think I'm like being condescending. You know what I mean? But motherfucker, I am not. What's up, Andre? I am not being condescending. I'm dead serious when I ask you these questions because I want to know. I want to understand your mindset. So here's the thing with this PlayStation 5 news, right? I don't know enough about tech to tell y'all if it's on par with a high-end PC or not. I don't know. And to be honest with you, I I press X for doubt. To be honest with you, to be 1,000% honest with you, I pressed X for doubt when I heard that shit. Because here's from my limited knowledge of you know the capability of a PC, and all that shit. It's very minimal. I know how to use PCs. I don't know how to build them. I don't know what RAMs do for real. I don't know what teraflops means. I don't really know where to put a motherboard. I don't know none of that shit. All right. All I know is that there are devs right now hyping up the PS5 like the second coming of Jesus right now. All right, logical nonsense. You feel me? I don't know enough about that shit to even talk about it, man. But the funny thing is, there's devs out there hyping it up, right? I think that's where the concern is. Because if it's just another fuckboy on the internet hyping the power of the PS5, you wouldn't say shit. You wouldn't see anyone say shit. You would just call them a pony and move it along, right? Right? But that's not the case. Recently, it's not ponies that's doing it. Ponies are like making the fucking statements out to be even crazier than it already is. Like they're blowing it up. But they're not the one that started that shit. Devs are the one that's doing it. And you see, the thing is, when devs do it, in my mind, they're thinking from a dev point of view. They're thinking from a developer point of view. How is this technology going to help us become better devs, right? Or be able to provide our games better for the people that's gonna buy it. That kind of stuff. That's what I'm thinking they're thinking about, right? Me, I'm not a dev. I'm a gamer. I don't even want to be called a gamer because like motherfuckers that's called themselves gamers lately are weird as fuck. I play video games. I don't know what that entails. I don't know what box you want to put me in, but I just play games. I just enjoy games for what they are. You know what I mean? When you come out with a game, I know I'm all over the place right now, but here's how I look at gaming, right? I can tell you right now what it takes to get at least a 7 out of 10 or above for me right now. It's very simple with any game, with any type of game, with any genre of game. It's very simple. You only need to do one thing to get at least a 7. And you just need to do that thing better to get, higher than a 7 score. You know what I look for when I play a game? I look for what the devs are trying to do and if they're successful. You feel me? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? What did the devs set out to do with this game and was they successful? Consider a game like Nier Automata, right? That game has a sexy ass robot chick in a French maid outfit. But by the time you finish that motherfucking game, you would consider the, you know, much loftier fucking questions to your psyche than just a fucking bad robot bitch in a French maid outfit. Afterwards, you start considering the fucking ideas of free will or not having free will. You feel me? Like that game about a robot bitch with a French maid outfit on got you thinking about free will and fucking life itself, bruh. Think about that. You know what I mean? Was they successful in doing what they need to do? You know what I mean? Look at Ghost, man. Ghost looks fire as fuck, and I can't wait. What is the point of Ghost? What did the devs set out to do? And are they successful? Now, I don't know if they're successful in doing that or not because I haven't played the goddamn game. I can only tell you once I played it. It looks like they're fucking doing a hell of a fucking effort to, you know, to provide me the sense of being a samurai who's willing to, give up his fucking honor code just for revenge, basically. You know what I mean? That's all you would need to do is get at least a 7 for me. 7 out of 10 that you set out that you have a clear idea of what you was trying to do with this game and was you successful at it. That right there automatically gets you a 7 if you were successful at it. Now, if you was really good at it, then you'll probably get an 8, a 9, or a 10. That's all there is to it. I mean, will I feel like a fucking samurai losing his fucking mind playing this game? You know what I mean? Because if I do, then you won. You got at least a 7, and the more I feel like this samurai, the higher that score will be. That's all it really takes. I mean, I could do that with any game. Say a puzzle game. You set out to do a puzzle game. Was the puzzles intriguing and unique? Was it difficult to, well, not so much difficult, but was it enjoyable for me to figure out those puzzles? You know what I mean? And if you did, then that's automatically a 7. At least for me, at least. That's how I rate games. What did the devs set out to do, and did they accomplish that or not? That's all I give a fuck about. You know what I mean? But when it comes to all this other shit, right? When it comes to like power and all that stuff, like I was telling y'all, I don't know about power. But here's what I do know. I know people. And the one thing I notice about people, the one thing I know about people is that people, for whatever reason, have very, very low fucking self-worth. Most people, I'm not saying everyone, a lot of people have strong heads on their shoulders, but a lot of people, for whatever reason, need the things that they like to be liked by others. You feel me? Like, for instance, this whole PC stuff with PlayStation 5. And PC dudes are out here losing their minds. And the reason why is because all this hype for the PC, PlayStation tech, It's not done by fanboys. It's done by devs, and that's why PC dudes are bothered. Don't tell me you're not. All right, don't tell me you're not bothered. Like, here's the thing, okay? I'm cool with a lot of PC dudes. I don't care how you play. Now, the way I see it is a lot of PlayStation, a lot of pony dudes out here are a little bit overzealous. Like, you might want to relax off of that SSD. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's not powerful. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's probably the best in class. All right? I'm sure it's probably the best in class when the PlayStation 5 comes out. But I'm sure there are fucking parts in a PC that would rival or beat it. I'm not even talking about the price and all that shit. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I just like to see reality for what it is, and I'm good with it. It's either you're good with reality or you're not. You know what I mean? And I'd rather be that dude. I don't want to become the people that I laugh at. You feel me? I laugh at people on a fucking consistent basis with this console war shit. And I don't want to be, I don't want to turn into the one of the people that I laugh at. And I could clearly tell people are hurt. It's like there's two sides right now when it comes to the PlayStation. It's either you're overzealous with the PlayStation 5 or you're fucking insecure about it. What I mean is if you're like on a different platform and you hear devs talking about the PlayStation 5, what does that do to you? I don't know. I'm not sure why it bothers people so much, but for the last day and a half, well, 2 days and a half, I've seen countless tweets, countless tweets about PlayStation SSD and the power it has, right? Like I told y'all, I'm not a tech dude. I don't know none of this shit. I can't even tell you if they're right or they're wrong, right? But if it's not that big of a deal, why y'all so fucking enamored by this shit? Why y'all keep talking about it? Oh, I'm sure, Kumu, but like I was telling you, I'm not a tech dude. I don't know about this shit. What I can say is I know about people, and people who are out here running their mouth constantly. Every 2, 3 minutes, I see another tweet from you. Every day or so, I see a fucking video from you talking about, well, PS5, SSD, they ain't even like that for real, like, yada yada. Bro, why are you so fucking concerned? You know what I mean? Like devs fucking hyped up the system because they're gonna be developing games on it to sell to you. They have to hype it up. Now I don't know how true what they say are. I mean, I'm not a dev, right? But I take everything in life with a grain of salt. I know y'all hate hearing that phrase because y'all hear it a lot in this gaming community, with a grain of salt, right? But that's just my natural reaction to everything. I'm hyped for the PS5, but it's not for the same reason motherfuckers think. Because there's a lot of things about next gen that I'm kind of disappointed in already. Like if there's no performance option to where I get a smooth 60 on most of the games, next generation has already failed in my opinion. And the reason why I say that is because I expected a standard, man. I'm not gonna front. Like I know people are okay with 30, and I'm okay with 32 as long as it's a fucking good 30. You feel me? I hate fucking jagged fucking frame rates. I'd rather have a smooth 30 than like a fucking fucked up 60. You know what I'm saying? If it just fucking fumbles and jumps around from 60 down to 50 back up to 60, you know what I mean? I'd rather have a smooth 30 if that's the case. But in my mind, I'm thinking, look, realistically, this generation right now should have no issues running 60 frame games because there's 60 frame games running on it with crazy fucking spectacles. How is it not, how are we still getting 30 next gen? I don't want to hear no excuses whatsoever. Whatsoever. And the only reason why we're not getting 60 is because that's not what people focus on. People focus on this 4K, 8K nonsense. It doesn't really do a damn for you. God of War looked good on 1080. I know I played it on 1080 when I first bought it. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? I would expect that, Akumu. I would expect that, but it's not the case. And I'm already disappointed in that, right? But the one thing that I can say about this gen coming up is if the tech truly is as magnificent as people say, and the devs are excited about it, is maybe they're excited because they're devs. They're excited to work on new hardware, new technology that could provide better for us. As for me, I'm not hyped for that because I'm not a dev. I'm here to play games. You know what I mean? If devs are hype, wonderful, make me a dope game. Besides from that, I don't need to hear nothing else. But if you come out and you keep talking about the PlayStation 5's SSD and all this other shit, saying how, oh, PCs for sure always, like, fine, yeah, I'm sure of it. Do you know that? I know that. Do you know that? Because why do you keep telling me this? Why do you need to keep on reminding me as if you're reminding yourself? It seemed a little insecure to me, is what I'm saying. I'm not just singling one side out. One side is fucking overzealous and the other one is fucking insecure. You don't spend a whole 2, 3 days posting constantly about it and tell me you're not insecure about this issue. You know, you're insecure as fuck, and that's fine. All right, it's fine. Feel how you want to feel. It's just don't put disclaimers and don't expect me to like don't ex- don't think that when I'm saying shit to you, I'm trying to be like sly with it so I can try to troll you or put you in a box like everyone else, and then you know oh because you a PC fucking thing, you know what I'm saying? What do you know? That kind of stuff. I don't do that shit because that's beneath me. I'm superior than that. You know what I'm saying? That shit is beneath me. I don't really give a fuck about that shit. Because if I put you in a box like that and just, framed you like every other fuckboy, like, a PC fuckboy, a PlayStation fuckboy, a Xbox fuckboy, then I'm no better than any one of them motherfuckers that do that type of shit. Superiority is not a fucking man, it's not in your genes, it's in your fucking mentality. I don't stoop to that level, man. I'm just way more superior than that. Why? Like, why can't we speak about the subject we speaking on right now? I'm not gonna insult you in any way. Trust me. I could, but I mean, what's the most insulting thing to me? If I was wrong. And the dude that was telling me I'm wrong was polite about it. That's the worst. That's the worst. Because there's nothing you could do about it. And I'd rather go that route. I want to be polite because there's no reason to, like, name call and do all that other shit. I mean, trolling is enjoyable, but under right circumstances. If we're discussing something, calling you a fuckboy doesn't really change anything. You know, it doesn't change anything. As a matter of fact, it doesn't make me look any better. It doesn't make my stance any stronger. I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather speak about what's going on, if it's true or it's not. And when it comes to this PlayStation shit, I can only tell you that I'm hyped for it. I'm hyped for it because of the possibilities. I'm hyped for it because PlayStation 4 has done great for what it is. Now, if I care about power, if I care about performance to that degree, I would have been a PC fuckboy, just like every other PC fuckboy. You know what I mean? I just don't care enough about it. The power of the PlayStation 5 does not fucking hype me at all. What hypes me is the prospect of the PlayStation 5 running God of War 2, running Horizon 2, Spider-Man 2, and new IPs, and there better be new IPs. That's what I'm hyped for. Besides from that, next generation is just whatever. I like to look at reality for what it is. If devs are telling me, well, yeah, Andre, but at the end of the day, if devs are telling me that this motherfucker is performing at the same level as a high-end PC, or even surpassing it, right? That's a Dev saying that. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. And is he saying that, you know, from the eyes of a dev or from the eyes of a gamer? Because it could be better than high-end PCs when it comes to, you know, development. Is it better for gamers? I don't know. I can tell you though that if you're on a PC, even if the PlayStation 5 is best in class when it comes out, it won't be forever. It probably won't be for 6 months. It probably won't be by the time it comes out. There'll probably be PC parts higher than you. That's higher than that. Now here's the thing though, and this is the thing that always bothered me. Every time, you know, we say this type of shit, there's always a PC fucking nigga be like, oh well, there's parts out there stronger. I'm sure, but do you have it? You understand what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sure there is PC parts out there if you could put together a PC and money is not an issue. And I'm not even talking about money value. I'm just saying if money is not an issue and whatever the case is, I'm sure there are parts right now out there that you could buy for your PC that could outdo a PlayStation 5 when the PlayStation 5 comes out. What I'm asking you is, do you have those parts or will you buy them when the PlayStation 5s come out? Now, I told y'all already, I am not a tech guy at all. I know how to use technology, but I really don't know how to work with it that well to tell you the inner workings of it. I don't know what you consider a high-end PC to be because I do understand there's certain parts that cost more that doesn't do as well as parts that cost less. You know what I mean? Nvidia and whatever the case is, like different fucking developers develop different parts differently and yada yada yada. Whatever the case is, some cost more than others, and some cost more and do better, some cost more and do worse. The only thing I can attempt to even put a rubric on is the price. And I know the price is not exactly accurate, but in my mind, I'm thinking a high-end PC is roughly about $1,800 or more, minus the fucking monitor. I'm not even talking about the monitor, right? I'm not even talking about the monitor. I'm just talking about the fucking PC itself, the tower itself. If you spend $1,800 or above on that shit, in my mind, I consider that a high-end PC. That costs 3 times as much as the most expensive home console ever made. The most expensive home console ever made thus far. We'll see what happens when the One X or series or what the fuck it's called and the PlayStation 5 come out to see if it rivals the PlayStation 3. But the PlayStation 3 was $600 fucking dollars, and I would consider a high-end PC to cost about 3 times as much, right around $1,800. Now, if you have an $1,800 PC right now, right? I'm not even including the price of the monitor on that because, like I said, price is not really a concern. But that's the only way I know to tell you if something is a high-end PC or not, because I don't consider something $1,000 to be high-end. Not for PC. That can't be high-end. You know what I mean? Just $1,000 for a PC. That's not really doing shit, right? I consider it 1,800 or above. 3 times the price of a PlayStation 3 is what I would say a high-end PC is. Now, if you have a PC that resemble what I just said, and it cannot outdo a PlayStation 5, guess what? PlayStation 5s are on par or better than high-end PCs. Yes or no? Am I wilding? Is that accurate to say or not? Right? It may not be above every high-end PC because I'm pretty sure there's a dude out there with like a $9,000-$10,000 PC, and I'll be damned if I spend $9,000 on a PC and it's still weaker than the fucking PlayStation, right? I'm sure there's PCs out there right now that could outperform PlayStation 5. But we're gonna take the highest high end to talk about some shit a motherfucker can just go out and cop. Like when the PlayStation 5 dropped and I copped that bitch, right? I have it in my home for somewhere between $400 to $600. I don't know how much this bitch is gonna cost, right? I spent somewhere between $400 to $600 to have that bitch in my home. Now, if you sitting on an $1,800 worth PC and it's running comparable or less, then your PC's failed. And don't tell me that there's parts out there that's more stronger than a fucking PS5. You don't have those parts, is what I'm telling you. I don't want to hear a Xbox dude with an Xbox S telling me nothing about an X. You don't have an X. Why are you telling me about it? I ain't gonna talk to you about a Pro if I don't have a Pro. I do now, and I don't really give a fuck between the Pro and the regular one. I'm just saying. It's the equivalent of a fucking PC, dude. Your PC costs $2,000. Don't talk on behalf of motherfuckers that have $5,000 PCs. And I could tell you right now, the motherfuckers that have a PC that can outdo a PlayStation 5, I bet you they ain't saying shit. I bet you they quiet as fuck right now because they don't care. Because they sit back and look at you and be like, I'm saying, bro, $15,000. That motherfucker better be more strong than a PlayStation. The fuck? Spend $15,000 on a motherfucking console, on a motherfucking system. That motherfucker better fucking make you coffee and jack your dick off too. Are you crazy? You know what I'm saying? Are you crazy? But I'm not even talking about money value. I'm just saying what is a high-end PC and what is not. I can only equate it to money value because that's all I can think of. Because I'm not a PC dude. I don't know enough tech to even talk about what you would consider something to be high-end and low-end, right? I would assume it's just, on average out to be cost $1,800 or above. And if you have an $1,800 or more PC and it cannot outdo a PlayStation 5, then those devs wasn't lying. They wasn't lying. Now, if you have a PC that's stronger than a PlayStation 5, I bet you wouldn't have to say shit. I bet you just sit back, cross your arms, and be like, look at these stupid ass console motherfuckers, right? You wouldn't have to go days and days and days making videos, making tweets, doing all this shit to explain yourself. I had to fuck with Jemiah, man. You know Jemiah's the homie, but I had to fuck with him for a little bit on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, on Twitter. Because, I don't know why it bothers people so much. That shit was hilarious to me. I was like, y'all making this out to be more of a deal than it really is. I mean, look, I drive an Audi, right? Not bragging, but I would never tell you about an R8 because I don't fucking have an R8. I wish I did. I ain't gonna front. It's my dream car to have an R8, which is very attainable. Maybe in a few years I can own one, right? I don't have one. You know what I'm saying? If a dude that drives a Lexus pull up on me, like a Lexus, uh, fucking what are those called? Crazy ass RCF, like a full blown RCF car with like 800 horsepower or some shit. I'm not gonna walk up to him and talking about nigga, R8 could get you. Motherfucker, I don't have an R8. Like, why would I even bring it up? You feel me? Like, I have an S5, which is an amazing car. I love my car, but motherfucker, it's an S5. It's not an R8. All right. I'm not running up on motherfuckers with supercars talking about R8s. Why? Why am I doing that? You know what I'm saying? My car can't beat theirs. Why am I even talking about it? Why? You know what I'm saying? They stay in my own motherfucking lane. Out here fuck with Mustangs and you know what I'm saying? Chargers and them. Like, I'm not gonna be talking to Porsches. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna run up on a 911 talking shit. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Like a PC dude, if you have like a $2,000-3,000 PC and it runs just as well or better than a PlayStation 5, kudos, fam. But if you have a $2,000-3,000 PC that isn't running better than a PlayStation 5, don't tell me about PCs that can. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter to me because you don't have one and I don't either. I'm about to have a PlayStation 5 here in about 4 or 5 months or so. You know what I'm saying? And I could talk to you about the PlayStation 5 because I'll have one in my home. But just because I drive an Audi doesn't mean I get to talk shit on behalf of Audi, period. Because I don't have an R8. I don't have an R8. Motherfucker, I don't even have an S7, let alone an R8. I don't have an A8. I don't have an S7. You know what I mean? I just have an S5. It's not even the top of the line. It's not even one of the top of the line Audi vehicles. So I'm not gonna run up on a Porsche talking shit about top of the line Audi vehicles. I don't own none of them. I mean, if you a PC dude and you complaining or not complaining, but if you running your mouth about this, ask yourself this. If you know for sure that PC is stronger than your PlayStation 5, why are you concerned? Why all this nonsense? Why for the last day, 2, 3 days, you've been just running with this shit? It says more about you than it says about everyone else that's talking about it. You know what I mean? Well, I think to be honest with you is it's the thing with the PlayStation 5 is, and I don't know how powerful it'll be. I'll see once I'll get the game and I'll tell you if I enjoy the games that's on a powerful system or not. But I think people who have a PC are insecure about that because, well, what else would you talk about if you're a PC dude? You know, a console war is between consoles. It's not between consoles plus PC, right? Console war bicker back and forth. Like console dudes just bicker back and forth because each one of them buy a certain console. You know what I mean? And they bicker back and forth about it. But a PC doesn't have anything to do with consoles at all. But PC people like to talk to console people because they feel as if their system is a superior system. Frames and resolutions and yada yada yada, right? This whole PC master race shit comes from that. Am I wrong? Now, if you're a part of this PC master race and the PlayStation 5 come out and it dogs your PC, are you still a part of the master race? You're still part of the PC community, but you're not a part of the master race because there's a console out there that's beating the fuck out of your PC. And now it's a problem, right? Of course, you can always update, get better, tech, and I'm pretty sure it'll perform better than PlayStation 5. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure by the time the PS5 come out, slowly but surely, people will have more powerful PCs. Within a year or two, it'll be normal again. It'll be normal again. But that's where the fear sets in. Well, that's where the fear sets in, Akumu. You understand? The fear sets in where, oh shit, can my PC run this game better than this PlayStation? I think that's where it stems from. What else, sick? I think that's where it stems from. It doesn't stem from, you know, the the power narrative. It's just insecurity. I feel like PlayStation dudes who are, hyping this shit up, either they're doing it for kicks and giggles, they're trolling, or they're overzealous. And any PC dude who keep on like on a tirade about this shit, I feel as if you're insecure. I'm just being really real with you. What's up, Cyber Dragon? Like I think you're insecure, to be honest with you. I don't know that for a fact or not. That's just from what I see. Because if your PC was more powerful, and you know for sure it is more powerful than the PS5 that will be coming out soon, you won't you won't be bothered to be doing the stuff that you're doing right now. 2, 3 days worth of fucking explaining to people why PCs are more powerful than this upcoming PS5. You wouldn't have to do that. You would just cross your hands, cross your arms, lean back like business as usual. Look at these console motherfuckers. You know what I mean? That's what y'all would be doing. Y'all be doing that same shit. But something is different this time. Because I've never seen people like get up in arm about this that much. And it stems from insecurity. And I'm not saying this to bash people. I'm just calling what I see what I see. I can't say otherwise, right? Who, which one of y'all have ever talked about something that much if you didn't care about it, if it wasn't a concern to you? Now I know a lot of people was like, well, you know, if you see bullshit in the community, you would speak. All right, cool, cool. Now, when fanboys, right, actual fanboys hype shit up, you don't see this type of reaction. You don't see this type of reaction because it's just fanboy shit back and forth. But when you see a dev hype something up, it's completely different. It's completely different than fucking having someone in the community like I don't know, find your favorite fuckboy YouTuber, right? Your favorite fuckboy YouTuber can hype whatever, and it's just within the community, and we just talk shit amongst ourselves. Well, when a dev do it, it's really different because they actually make the game we play, that we benchmark, the stuff that all of us do wouldn't exist without the dev making it. And if the dev themselves are telling you about a system, you could take it at face value, or you could, you know, try to understand why they say the things they say. They're devs. We game. They develop the game. We play the game. Now, if a dev's, you know, excited about a machine, I don't know if that's stemming from gaming or because they're developers. They are developers. They might see some new tech and be like, oh, it's gonna be easy as fuck working on this. You know what I mean? Or there might be implementations on certain shit that's like worth a damn. And that's why they're hype. But that hype doesn't transition to me because I play the game. I don't work on it. The fuck do I care? You know what I mean? Right, right, Cyber Dragon. But that's the craziest part because how how does a system like a gaming system or a PC or a rig has anything to do with your insecurities or not? You know what I mean? It's really odd that motherfuckers are insecure about something that they could fix. You could fix this shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand it. Like, all right, so I was fucking with Jemiah earlier, right? I asked Jemiah a few questions because I just want to understand the mindset. Because he was telling me that, and and y'all have to understand, like I mentioned, I'm not a tech dude. I don't understand tech. And when I'm talking to him, you think I'm being condescending. I'm fucking dead serious, right? Here's the situation that I see. I'm sitting here, I hear devs talking about motherfucking PlayStation 5 like it's the bee's knees and elbows, right? They talking it's comparable or surpasses a high end PC. I'm just saying, Jemiah. I mean, look, all I know is when you when you say a system is comparable to a high end PC, right? Or even better than that. Now, if I hear that, be honest with you, I don't even understand what that really even means. Like, because I don't even know what you consider to be a high end PC. Like I told y'all, the way I look at PCs and high end, low end, mid end, whatever the case is, I just look at money value because that's the only thing I can correlate with. Because if you start breaking down motherboards and all this other shit, I'm not gonna be able to follow you. The only thing I could think of is a high end PC gotta cost at least 3 times the amount of a fucking PlayStation 3. You gotta cost at least $1,800. I mean, look, Jemiah, I'm just calling what I see. I might be wrong. You feel me? I'm not saying I am completely right, but what I see is what I see, bruh. I've never seen so many people do so many postings, so many videos about this shit. Like when I run through my Twitter timeline, all I see is either hype for Ghost or Tsushima, or motherfuckers talking about the fucking PS5, the specs of it. And I don't even know the spec, bruh. I don't know the specs. I can tell you this only. I have two groups of people. This group is telling me that the motherfucking PlayStation 5 is the bee's knees and elbows, right? and this other side is saying it's not. Now, I can only agree with one side because only one side knows the actual truth. I don't know which side is true. I'm not even kidding. I'm dead serious. I don't know if the PS5 can outperform a high-end PC or not. I mean, I don't. How could I? First of all, it's not even out yet. I can't really do any benchmark if if I fucking know how. What up? What's up, Impatient Fire? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even know how. But here's what I can tell you. There's a group of people saying that shit, and some of them are devs. And there's another group of people that's saying that's all bullshit. Only one side is right. The only thing I can think of, to be honest with you, is I think one side is a bit overzealous, and I think the other side is a bit nervous. I'm just saying, in my mind, I consider a high-end PC to be something that costs at least 1,800 or more, not including the monitor. That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? Not including the monitor. $1,800 on a motherfucking PC, right? That's what it would require for you to be a high-end PC or above. $1,800. That's in my mind. That's what I'm thinking because I don't know specs. I can't speak specs, so I can't really say a high-end PC gotta have this much RAM, this much. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what it entails to be able to say that. But if I say this right now, I believe a PC that's on the high end is at least $1,800. Now, if you have an $1,800 system, right, or more, and a PlayStation is whooping that ass, then the PlayStation 5 is either on par or superior to fucking high-end PCs. And I'm not saying all high-end PCs, because I'm pretty sure you could spend $15,000 on a high-end PC and it'll fucking do everything. It better. That $15,000 PC better suck my dick while it's playing a game. You know what I'm saying? Look, I don't understand what any of that stuff even means. Like when people start naming stuff, STI2, they're all just a bunch of gibberish, just all letters and numbers to me. I just look at things for what they are, man. I don't speak spec because I don't know spec. I can speak about people though. I mean, I can only speak about people. I've never seen someone talk about something that they believe is like untrue for the longest. You know what I mean? If your PC will be more powerful than the PlayStation 5, then it's just business as usual for a PC dude. Like, why are you still even, you know what I mean? Why? Countless videos, countless tweets about it. Not you in particular, Jemiah. I'm just saying, I've been seeing that for days now. Just countless videos and tweets about how one, you know, this motherfucker's lying, that motherfucker's lying, yada yada. I mean, I don't know who to believe. I don't know who to believe. Jemiah, I actually made this comment earlier, Jemiah. I mean, I didn't tell the public, but I told the homies, y'all know I drive an Audi, right? And I don't walk up on motherfuckers in Porsche 911s talking shit, talking about, oh, an R8 would fuck you up. I don't own an R8. I own an S5. You feel me? I don't own the top of the line Audi. You know what I mean? I own an S5. And an S5 would fuck with anything practically, you know, that Dodge makes, that fucking Ford makes, that Nissan, well, not Nissan, Nissan makes fucking Skylines and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, Lexus and shit. Like, my car would fuck with a lot of vehicles on the road. But I know damn well my shit is not fucking with a 911. A Porsche 911 would tear my ass apart. What's up, Stardust? And that's why I'm not gonna run up on a Porsche 911 owner talking about motherfucker R8 will fuck your ass up. A twin turbo R8 will fuck your whole life up. Why would I even do that? I don't own an R8. His 911 will fuck my S5 up, and that's just the bottom line. So I'm not gonna run up on a like if I have a PC, right? If I have like a $2,000-3,000 PC and I don't know if it's my configurations or my like the parts in my shit, But if it doesn't run as well as a PlayStation 5, I'm not gonna run up on it talking about, oh well shit, there's PCs out there that can beat it. Yes, but can yours? Is what I'm saying. Can yours? Because I can have a PlayStation in my crib within the next few months, and that's all there is to it. I don't care if there's a PC out there that can beat it. Does yours beat it? You know what I mean? Like, why are we doing that? And that's actually why I asked Jemiah, will your system be more powerful than the PlayStation 5 when it comes out? Because that's all that matters. And if it is, then that's all you would need, baby. Like, why are you tripping? Why are you tripping, baby? That's all you need. If your fucking PC is stronger than the fucking PlayStation 5 when it comes out, then you good. Why are you doing all this? You know why? It's because it's concerning. It's concerning. I mean, I've never seen it before. I mean, I've never seen shit like this because realistically, let's veer to a conversation we all can understand, right? I don't know how many of y'all's been in fights before. I've been in a few, won some, lost some, not many, but I've lost some. You know what I mean? Can't really do much when four motherfuckers whooping your ass at the same time. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm not cold like that for real. There's only so much you could do. So when you overhear a motherfucker like talk shit to you, and you could clearly know you could whoop this motherfucker's ass, and you don't really know him like that, do you even really give him the time of day like that for real? I don't. Like, I mean, I only get bothered when you bother me, and a little motherfucker like isn't really gonna bother me. Like, fuck is this little motherfucker gonna do? Keep talking your shit. You know what I mean? That's all it really is. I'm not gonna run up on a motherfucker saying anything if I'm not able to do it myself. You know what I'm saying? So if your system is stronger than the PS5, that's wonderful. But here's the thing though. Do you know for sure? Because the reason why I asked is there PC parts out there strong that you could put together that's stronger than the PlayStation 5 when the PlayStation 5 release. I'm not talking about right this second because it doesn't matter this second. The PlayStation 5 doesn't truly exist yet until fucking holiday season. That's when it actually exists. That's when it's in the wild. That's when it's real. Because currently, right now, it's not even real. The only thing that we have is what they told us. You feel me? All of it is just whatever until we actually get the final product at home. Now, you think that your PC can run better than the PS5, and it might as well could, but we don't know, right? We don't really know. And how is it possible, right? How is it possible that a four, five, $600 system could possibly run something better than a $2,000, $3,000 machine? This, I have to ask you this then. Why is it since the 70s has Japanese cars beat the shit out of American made cars? Why is that? You know, American made cars historically has bigger engines. Massive engines, matter of fact. Why do Japanese cars like beat their ass at everything? I mean, what's up, gang? What's Persona, bro? You feel me? What? How is it Japanese cars beat American cars on so many different fucking levels? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about specs, so I can't really say much about like PC specs and stuff like that. But I understand cars pretty well, right? You can't you could have an 800 horsepower engine, right? To the fucking wheel. But your transmission ain't all that, your suspension ain't all that, your intake is fucked up. Like there's no air running into your engine. Do you really think your car's gonna run that quickly? It's just the way the system is made. Like you can't just look at one thing and say, oh, SSD. What about all these other components within this one machine? You know what I mean? Actually, if we talking PCs, then they're not German, Jemiah. They're, well, available in any system, really, and from any country, because PCs aren't really produced. You put them together. So I'm not really sure why would it be German. Like and sick, like I'm not even talking about the money and like value of it. Like I understand, like if you want to run a fucking PC meant for gaming to do better than the, PlayStation 5, you'll probably have to spend at least 1500 or more. I'm assuming that. I'm not really sure. I don't really know. But I'm not even talking about the monetary value of it. I'm just talking about the overall aspect of it. What do you consider to be a high-end PC, and what does that entail? Because me, I don't know specs well enough to say, in order for you to be a high-end PC, you have to meet these requirements to call yourself high-end. I don't know that stuff, so the only thing I can equate it to is the money value. I want to say at least $1,800 is what a high-end PC is. You ain't gonna tell me $1,000 is a high-end PC. Fuck all that. I mean, $1,000. I want to say that's about mid-level. You know what I mean? I mean, you keep telling me that, Jemima. Like, it's way beyond, like, PC is just way beyond consoles and everything. I was told that, and actually I believe that, and I still do for many, like, for many years I believe that. I believe that PCs are leaps and bounds beyond consoles. I think that. But there's a dev out there that's saying a fucking PC, well, a PlayStation 5 is either on par or surpassing high-end PCs. He didn't say all high-end PCs. He just says it's either on par or surpasses high-end PCs, right? I mean, are you speaking exactly, fam? A 2080 Ti is $1,200 alone. That means it costs twice as much as a PlayStation 3. And that's just a fucking 2080 Ti. We're not including all this other shit. And that's why I was saying, like, a PC that's at least $1,800 minus the fucking monitor. I'm not even including the price of the monitor in that bitch. I'm just saying $1,800 above is what I consider to be a high end PC. I look, I don't know anything about tech and stuff, so I refuse to speak about tech. Period. This is the closest I can get to tech, right? If you're telling me if it's running on a high-end PC, not on a high-end PC, if it's running at the same level or better, it's either true or it's not. Like, is it true or is it not? That's all I care about. Is it running better than many high-end PCs or is it not? I'm not saying it beats all PCs because that's insane. There's fucking $20,000 PCs out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? How the fuck can you even? I mean, if you spend 10 stacks or above on a PC, that motherfucker better be cold. That's all I could tell you. I'm assuming that to be the case, gaming with Persona, and that's why I was saying, man, like I don't run up on Porsche owners talking mad shit about R8s because I don't own an R8. I have a nice whip, but it's no R8, and I'm not gonna run up on motherfuckers with Porsche 911s and fucking Lotuses and fucking, you know what I mean? I'm not doing that. Them vehicles will fuck my shit up. Like I'm not gonna like do that. Why? Because the company that I fucking buy my car from makes a car that's more powerful than the car that is in front of me, so I can talk shit. No, I can only talk shit if my car is better than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying Game of Persona, and that's how I feel. I think that's where the insecurity. stems from. Most motherfuckers do not have a PC worth talking shit about. It's kind of like an Xbox dude who has an S and want to talk shit about an X. Why are you talking shit about the X? You don't own one. It doesn't fucking matter. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is we play games. So why are you talking about a system you're not playing on? Is what I'm saying. You feel me? Like you could say there are PCs out there that's better than the PlayStation 5, but do you own one or will you have one by the time the PlayStation 5 come out? I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, if your PC is better than any console, alright, cool, bro. Why is it so offensive for someone to say a console is on par with high-end PCs if it's true? Like why is that so appalling to you? That's all I want to know. Are you telling me the PS5 is not on par with high-end PCs? Is that what you're telling me? Are they lying? Is that what it is? Like, are they lying? Is it not on the same level? That's all I want to know. Are they lying or not? Are they what they saying is not true? That it's not on par with a high-end PC. Either like yes or no, like it's all that is, man. It's just yes or no, and either answer does not hurt my feelings at all because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just told these two things right now. I'm sitting in the middle because I don't know which way to go. All I can tell you is I am excited for the PlayStation 5, but it's not for the same reason other motherfuckers are hyping up for. I'm hyped for the prospect of the games that are coming out on PlayStation 5. I don't give a fuck about its power. I never really understood it in the first place. I mean, I feel like the salt stems from insecurity. I do. I feel like that's where it's from. Like, if your console, well, not your console, if your platform is stronger, then you would not trip, period. Right? I mean, what else would a PC motherfucker say to you? Like, if you're a console dude, right? And you're talking shit to another console dude, you're going back and forth with this console war shit, right? And then a PC dude showed up. What does he always say? What does he call you? He calls you a peasant, which is really funny because, I have dudes driving Mazda 3s calling me broke. You know what I'm saying? I have dudes driving a Mazda 3 with fucking tape on their windshield calling me broke. You feel me? Living in an apartment, don't even own a home. And it's not like they live in certain areas where owning a home is almost impossible, like New York or certain parts of Cali or nothing. Just your average motherfucker from the Midwest is driving a Honda Accord, like a 2016 or some shit Accord, right? With a fucking broken bumper and a smashed out fucking windshield with tape on it. But you have the nerve to call me broke because you play on a fucking PC, bruh. Any if you brag about any monetary amount that's like $2,000 to $3,000, you ain't rich, bruh. You broke as fuck. If you like talking shit about a couple $1,000s, that's rough. Because I spend that on weekends before. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not really a thing. Like that's where I'm getting to. You're not gonna be able to keep calling motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, peasants if they shit's fucking your PC up. I'm just saying. Now me, I'm never with the power narrative, so I don't give a fuck either way. I mean, but if you're gonna run your mouth at a motherfucker and you spend $2,000 and your rig, you better hope it's running, this at the same level. If it's not, them motherfucking console dudes gonna clown you to death, and that's what you're fearing right now. Fear is setting in, and me, like I told y'all, man, I love this console war. I love it when it was real. I love it now that it's fake. Back when the console was real, both sides have ammo. Well, all three sides have ammo. Everyone has their pros, everyone has their cons, and everyone was right about those pros and cons. PlayStation Network be rough sometimes last gen. You do have to pay to play online with Xbox. Nintendo don't have no good fucking third-party games that's fucking, impressive visually. Like, all that shit is true, and you can keep on going, and all that shit is true. As the console war was real, there's actual shit to talk about. Nowadays, the console war is not real anymore. It's not. It's not made off of actual fucking ammo between the two sides. It's more about just, putting people in a box and then talk shit about them. Oh, he's a PlayStation fanboy. He's a pony. So, all the shit we say about ponies apply to this motherfucker. Oh, he's an Xbot. Everything we say about Xbot apply to this motherfucker, and it doesn't get anywhere. Right now, we're in a crust of where consoles are getting to the point where they're practically built better than PCs. And here's the reason why. All right? Because a console is built for gaming first. You can call a PC a gaming PC, but a PC is never built for gaming first. There's just certain things they just won't be able to do. Now, will it be the most powerful system? Probably. I mean, PCs get updated every fucking week, basically. I mean, sooner or later you'll have a system that's stronger. And you can spend as much money you want. I'm not talking about money value. All right? I'm just talking about if something is true, just leave it alone. The more you act out against it, the more hurt you are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, you should expect your rig to be outdated. That's what PC is about. You always got to keep up with the best shit. So when the PlayStation comes out, right? The moment, the day it comes out, when it's in people's homes, if that fucking machine can run either as well or better than, you know, PCs that cost $1,800 and up, then there wasn't lying. I don't see how that's a lie. If you have a $2,000 PC and it can't run a game better than a PlayStation 5, then I mean, where's the lie? I'm not saying that PC itself is not stronger than that PlayStation. It could be. It's not running games better than that bitch though. I mean, you could probably use it to, mine bitcoins very well. You know what I'm saying? It's probably strong as fuck. But it's not beating a PlayStation 5 on running a game well. So we'll have to see. Now, on either way, it doesn't really affect me because I'm impressed with the way games look on this gen right now. Can't even imagine what it would look like for next gen. I can't even imagine what it would be like for next gen. The only thing that I'm concerned about, man, is I really hope that we can get away from fucking this weird ass narrative about visuals, right? I understand that visuals are the easiest thing you can market because it's hard to market frames and shit. But if you market to gamers, then gamers should care about those kind of things. I know not everyone care about 60. I know. I do though. And if it's gonna be 30, make sure it's a smooth 30. Bloodborne is probably one of my favorite games of all times, bruh. But and I'm sure y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. The wet nurse fight. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Bro, when you fight the wet nurse in fucking Bloodborne, it's like the frames, I don't be dipping, bro. The frames dip like it's fucking doing the Tootsie Roll. You feel me? That motherfucker be dipping like a motherfucker. I've died twice, and it's not because I'm fucking shitty at the game. I'm dope. I got good. Alright? I'm mad every time I die over dumb shit. Like if I get killed by a fucking boss, then I just got killed by the boss. That's a healthy kind of salt. That salt's good for you. But the salt that causes fucking, you know what I'm saying, high blood pressure and all that shit is the salt you get when you die because the game doesn't allow you to dodge. You have plenty of times you see it coming, you're trying to dodge, and the frames just won't let you. That's the worst, cut. I would lose my shit, bro. I would lose my shit if that's the case, and when that happens. I almost broke my controller once because of that. I don't get mad at games. I don't get, kids move with it when I play games. I get mad off of that type of shit. I get mad off of fucking, you know what I'm saying, frames killing me. Like anything outside of how I'm supposed to die naturally in the game. If a boss shoot me with a beam and I didn't dodge like a dumbass and die, that's on me. If I click dodge and the frame just ain't letting me, that's on, you know what I'm saying? That's on the game. Now I'm not okay with that. Like I don't know spec well enough in Patient Fire. I can't really talk about that type of stuff because I just don't even understand. I don't even understand what SSD is. Like I know solid state drive or whatever the fuck. I don't really know like what it entails. All I know is for the last couple of days, man, I've been seeing motherfuckers just running at the mouth at it. Like I'm like, if every PC motherfuckers with a PC that costs at least $1,800 and up, if every one of y'all knew the PS5 ain't shit compared to your system, y'all wouldn't be talking the amount of shit y'all talking right now. That's all I'm saying. Because it'll be just business as usual. It would have been business as usual if it was just fanboys doing that. But it's not, is it? Dev after dev after dev, they hyping this bitch up. And they could be hyping this bitch up because, they're devs. They make games. They hope that you buy the system to buy their games, which is fine. I just want to know if it's true or not. And you have no idea the amount of time I've asked people, PC dudes, Jemiah included, and I have not gotten an answer yet. The answers are always vague and never really answer the question. I just ask one simple question. Are they lying when they say a PS5 can run at the same level as a high-end PC? Is it a lie or not? That's all I care about. I didn't ask you about your system, whether your system is more powerful or not. I didn't ask, is there systems that are more powerful than that? I'm just saying, is it on par or better than high-end PCs? Not all of them. Just is it on par or better than, high-end PCs? You could say, yes, it's higher than a lot of other high-end PCs, but not mine. All right. Yours is a shit. Cool. It doesn't mean that's a lie. All right. I mean, if your system costs $2,000 or more and it runs barely better than a fucking $600 at the most system, then that's already an L. But I'll give you that W if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? If your $2,000 system is running better than the $600 system, that's realistically an L. You spend that much money. But like I said, I'm not here about the monetary value because a couple of $1,000s and a couple of $100s, they all spend the same. Once you spend it, it's gone. It doesn't matter anymore. What I want to know is, are they lying or are they not? You feel me? That's all I want to know. Just answer that question. Are they right to say that it's got the capabilities of a high-end PC? For gaming, you got to make sure we got that caveat in because, PlayStation 5 is a gaming console and a PC could do so much more. But we're talking about gaming here. Right? That's all I want to know. I just asked that question, and then for some odd reason, that question like rolls into a whole nother fucking, like it just goes down this crazy ass rabbit hole about conversations that has nothing to do with it. Like I just want to know, motherfucker, is this a lie or not? And you would think motherfucker could just say yes or no to that, you know what I mean? But no. Like the fucking console war, man, it's funny as fuck if you are not a part of it. Or let me better phrase that. You could be a part of it, but if you know where you fit in, you'll be fine. What I mean by that is I recently been semi trolling. I wasn't really trolling. What I said was the truth. I meant that shit. But you know, I know the stuff that I say will hurt some feelings here and there, and I see it immediately. All right. Um, there was this dude. I forgot his name because his name isn't important. It's just the things that he says was hilarious, and I couldn't get over it. It's just so fucking funny. He was saying, "Goddamn, what was he saying?" He was asking why didn't they show show Ghost of Tsushima on PlayStation 5? He's an Xbox dude, right? And I just found that so fucking hilarious. I'm like, I'm just sitting here like, you know, like how bad the console war has broken you. Like you've been broken so badly by this console war that you would even say some shit like that. You like because he was saying, well, because if Xbox didn't show the Halo game on the next gen Xbox, people would talk all kinds of shit. That's why they did that. Why didn't they show Ghost on PlayStation 5? I'm sitting here like, motherfucker, the game comes out in like a month and a half. PlayStation 5 comes out in like 4 months. And I'm just sitting here like, that meme of motherfuckers trying to figure shit out and math equations pops up in front of them. That's what's happening to me. I'm like, when the fuck are you, right? I was like, what? So I retweeted that and I, made some jokes, right? And someone else came on and I don't know their name either because I don't pay attention. I just read the stuff they say and I laugh, right? And this dude was telling me that Ghost is downgraded. Now here's the funny part. This motherfucker here, right, swear up and down to me. And I didn't really speak to him. All I said was literally okay to him. This man posted like whole paragraphs, like whole essays. Like this man was, writing a essay on the downgrade of fucking Ghost of Tsushima. That must be his I'm saying, his dissertation or some shit. Right? Like he's writing this report to, get his graduate. You know what I mean? And I'm just sitting here like, motherfucker, the game, you want it to be shown on a system that doesn't exist yet when the game comes out? Like this is how bad this fucking console war has broke you. And then afterwards, right, this motherfucker said Ghost is downgraded. Now he swears up and down to me that he's gonna buy it day one, but still is downgraded. And he's like pulling up fucking screenshots and yada yada yada, breaking down all kinds of shit. And I'm like, whew, whew. I just made one post and this man has replied to me 4 or 5 times. You know what I'm saying? And all I said was okay to him. And the disclaimers, and that's what I was saying earlier. Fucking, what's with all these disclaimers, right? And you know what's the funniest thing about you neutral gamers? I wanna tell y'all something that y'all might not know, or at least y'all know. Y'all just don't even attempt to try to fake it. You know, when I click on your avatar, I see your fucking history. Y'all realize that, right? All the fuckery you've like done in the past is all right there. Don't tell me like, why are you doing this to yourself? It's so fucking weird. It's probably the weirdest thing, and it's probably the funniest thing to me. That's why I love this console war shit. Like, perfect strangers don't even know me at all. Like, would need to feel the need to lie to me. For what? No, why would you like talk about, oh, like it's day one, but it's downgraded, yada yada yada. I click on your avatar, and you've been shitting on everything PlayStation. You like everything that's Xbox, right? And it's not, and it's fine, right? It's just funny. Like I accidentally click on your avatar, and I'm like, holy shit, your fucking history is fucking really different than how you speak to me. I've never actually answered you. All I ever say, which is okay. But why do you feel like you need to do that? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know you. You literally don't know me at all. I am literally just a post on your timeline, fam. You didn't have to spend the last hour. You did not have to spend the last hour explaining shit to me. Like you didn't have to do that, let alone lie to me. Why? Like what is my opinion? Like why do you need me to believe you when you tell me this game is downgraded? You feel me? Why do you need to tell like feel the need to tell me? Like I don't understand that shit. Why do you need to feel like you have to tell me this game is downgraded to the point where you're telling me that you are down to get it day one? Matter of fact, you are day one in this game. Why? Why do you? What's with all that? But that's why it's funny to me. I love that shit, bro. I laughed, I chuckled to myself for a solid 2 3 minutes. Solid 2 3 minutes when I saw that shit. I've never seen someone work so hard to convince a perfect stranger about a game that they was gonna play, bro. That demo, bro. I like the motions in it. You know what I mean? I like the weight. It feels like there's weight to her when she's gliding and shit. I like that shit, man. But besides from that, like, it looks dope, but I mean, it's just a demo to me. Like, y'all see how it fucks people's lives up, right? It fucks motherfuckers' whole lives up. Me, I'm like, it looks like a dope ass tech demo. Maybe because I'm not, inclined when it comes to technology like that to be able to know, why that shit's so hot. But it looks dope to me. I mean, I like the momentum the character has when she's gliding through. That's like my favorite part when she was doing that. When she landed, it feels like there's weight to her. When she lands and ran off that little spot and jump off again. You know what I mean? Because the one thing you notice in game when stuff is like floating or at least gliding, it doesn't feel like it's gliding. It feels like it's just hovering. You know what I mean? But she actually looked like she's gliding, bro. There's weight behind her. There's momentum behind her. That shit's fire. But that's all I know, man. That's all I could say about that demo. I don't really know what else to say about it. I mean, the coloring and lighting and all that shit looks good. I mean, when they was breaking down the lighting at the beginning, I'm like, all right, you know what I mean, I don't understand that shit. But bro, like I've never seen that shit. It's well, not that I've never seen it. I just never understood it. But it's fucking hilarious to me. This man spent a whole hour convincing me that this game is downgraded. I didn't ask for it. I didn't egg him on. I literally said two things to him. Well, one thing, just twice. Okay and okay. I said okay to him the first time he was trying to explain to me this game is downgraded. I said okay to him the second time, and he kept going. I don't understand these people. You feel me? Like it's funny as fuck. Like I'm just sitting here like dying laughing when I saw that shit. I was like, really, dog? You basically created a whole nother persona just to fuck with me, just to talk to me for the last hour, just so you could want me to think, or at least hopefully convince me to think this game is somehow downgraded. You know what I'm saying? That's how much it matters to people, apparently. The insecurities that stems from this is wild, because I I don't have any of these insecurities, and to tell y'all the truth, I think the reason why is because I didn't grow up like them. You know what I mean? It's just I was never lied to as a kid. Not to I wasn't lied to by the world, and I wasn't lied to by the people around me. I know exactly what kind of world I was living in ever since I was a little kid. So I don't uh, like there's people who live in a bubble and they know they do, and when they speak to someone else in that bubble, they both know they're in that bubble and they both know they're full of shit. Like they know each other's full of shit, but they're just gonna entertain it and they just keep on going with that. Me, I don't have that type of energy. If you say some wild shit to me, I'll just look you in the face and I think what you're saying is wild as fuck. You feel me? I don't need the type of clout the motherfucker look for, because that clout doesn't really help me at all. You know what I mean? I'm telling you right now, if you live with bare essentials for a while, once you get more, you'll realize that more doesn't really mean a damn thing. Like clout is necessary for you if you don't have much self-esteem. I have a lot of self-esteem. If y'all can't tell, you know what I'm saying? I have a lot of self-esteem and I don't need clout. Clout's very important to people. It's more important than your health. In my opinion, being, growing up the way I have, I could tell you right now, true happiness stems from one thing: health. That is true happiness right there. Health. Health of physical health, mental health, emotional health, which realistically mental health and emotional health is the same damn thing. But, sounds better if you split that shit up, right? That's the only thing you would need, because $1 trillion ain't gonna help you if you're laying in bed dying of cancer. The rest of this shit is just whatever. You feel me? If you're physically healthy and emotionally sane, then you're good. You're as happy as you could ever be. Clout is for people who doesn't have that. They don't have emotional health or mental health. Their mental health is very unhealthy. That's why they need that clout. And I'm not here for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm extremely straight with who I am as a person. I don't need y'all to, verify who the fuck I am. I know exactly what and who I am. I'm all good with that. So when I speak about gaming shit, it's just straight up just me speaking about gaming shit. I don't need extra clout. I don't care if people agree with me or not. Um, it, doesn't affect my health. But this shit affects a lot of motherfuckers' health, because it's more important. Like clout is more important than physical health or mental health for them. And I'm not gonna be that dude, man. I just look at stuff and I'm just honest with myself first. And if I'm good with that, then everything else is just fucking, you know, easily dealt with. Well, Impatient Fire, I don't think that they lie to themselves, because they know the truth. Deep down, every fanboy, every corporate shield, every fuck boy you can think of, right? They all know the truth. They all do. But the truth is unhealthy for them. Have you ever seen someone defend Colt Eastwood? I have, and it's remarkable. It's remarkable because recently I've been seeing a lot of shit. It's hilarious. I seen this dude, right? I seen this dude defend Colt Eastwood. He called this other dude a pony and said, well, maybe Colt Eastwood doesn't seem correct to you because of all the ponies you run with. If you ran with more neutral gamers, you hear that word again? Neutral gamers. You would see that he's very fair. Now, if you click on the motherfucker who said that shit, you would see he hyped nothing but Xbox and trash PlayStation all day. Like, really, dog? You just said that this motherfucker is wrong for calling Colt Eastwood what he called him because he's a pony. He only runs with pony ass motherfuckers, and that's why he felt that way. But you run with straight up just Xbox motherfuckers. Somehow you're neutral though. Neutral. Bruh, I've never been neutral about anything in my entire life. There's nothing in my life that's been neutral. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things I could, take it or leave it, but I'm not neutral about it. Don't get me wrong. There's never been anything that's neutral. I mean, I game all the fucking time, bruh. I play games daily if I could. Sometimes I don't have the luxury. I got other shit to take care of, and I missed out a day or so on, day here, day there of gaming. But I game a lot, man. And I don't believe in pushing a narrative at all. I'm gonna end really quick here because it's almost been 2 hours. But here's what I'll say, right? If you speak with someone, if you're trying to have an actual conversation about shit, and right after you speak, the motherfucker say something like, "So what you're saying is," stop the conversation. Just stop him from talking and say, "You know what? Don't even worry about it. Just walk the fuck off." Because that motherfucker is not trying to have a conversation with you. That motherfucker is listening to stuff you say and trying to find some kind of pothole or some kind of thing they could say about your comment to not really speak about the point that you're making. He's just trying to not take an L or hand you an L. It's not about the subject of the conversation. It's just motherfuckers are scared to be put in a box and get labeled something. Why do you think there's so much disclaimers nowadays? That's where it comes from. You notice how every PlayStation dude is a PlayStation dude, but every Xbox dude is a neutral? You notice that? I think I'll leave it at that. Every PlayStation dude is a PlayStation dude, but every Xbox is a fucking neutral. Dwell on that for a while. Like, meditate on that. Because I have no problem calling myself a PlayStation dude. I am for sure not a neutral. Label me a pony. Everything I say stands on its own merit. You can label me what you ever what you want. You know what I'm saying? Old chinky eyed pony, you know what I'm saying? Rice eating ass pony. Yep. 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 But the PlayStation 5 apparently can run at the same level as a high end PC though. You hate to hear it from a pony's mouth. You hate to hear it even more from a dev's mouth. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Like me, I don't really care about the specs. I'm just here for the lulls. When it comes to Ghost of Tsushima, I'm hyped because it's a game. I'm hyped for it. You want to talk about Ghost? I could talk to you about Ghost all day. You know what I mean? One thing, so before I leave, I want to talk about Ghost for a little bit, right? It's shaping up to be exactly what I thought it would be, what I would want it to be. Um, the only thing that I'm a little bit confused on, just a little bit confused on. I'm sure it'll make a lot of sense here very soon, but the one thing I'm confused on is the play style and how that clashes with your with the narrative, right? the narrative of the game, because the game is basically saying Jin is an honorable samurai, right? His whole life he was trained to be an honorable samurai, and he was, right? Until the fuck shit happened to him, and he's starting to, plot and scheme. He's no longer doing things the samurai way. He's starting to plot and scheme and do ninja moves, right? So, but as far as playing the game, you have the choice of playing it as an honorable samurai or a dishonorable ninja. What I want to know is how much of that can how much of that can you uh, negate, because the story is basically forcing you to become a ninja. Even if you play the game the entire way in a samurai fucking setting, you'll still transition into being the ghost. So what I want to know is, if you choose a playstyle, right? If you're going full samurai, will you slowly have to do ninja shit? I think you have to, because that's the narrative, right, of the game. Like, he's becoming the ghost, so it doesn't really matter, right? Because what I'm hoping for is, I want to do both. During the daytime, I'll just walk up on motherfucker, challenge a duel, and cut his head off, right? At nighttime, I'll just, you know what I'm saying, pull some ninja shit. Or, you like in the middle of, if you're in the middle of doing some ninja shit and you get caught, and you will fight a motherfucker man to man like a samurai, right? Like, I wonder how much of that can you affect. You know what I mean? But besides from that, everything else is fucking insane, man. It's what I thought it would be. You know what I mean? Um, the only thing that that I'm wondering is that, and also the combat itself. It looks like there's four little white dots to the right of it. I'm assuming those are stands or something similar to stands. Uh, it's kind of unique that there's certain slashes that Ghost makes. It also shows that same slash at the bottom right of the screen. So I wonder if you can control those, the directions of the slash and stuff. Like, you can control what stance you're in, and then you can actually control what swing that you're doing. Because a low stance doesn't mean you're cutting low. You can actually cut from low to high. You know what I mean? Or if you're in a high stance, you actually cut from high to low or high to the side. You know what I mean? There's different swings of a sword, and you could do different swings from different stances. So I wonder how deep that goes. I'm really curious about it because it seems like the combat's very uh, I don't want to say complicated, but there's a lot more to combat than your average PlayStation game. I'm gonna be really real with y'all. Like I told y'all, man, I love Sony shit, right? And it's not so much because I love Sony. I just love the shit that they make. Right? The shit that they make comes out usually dope as fuck. But their games has never been like a crazy, um, really crazy when it comes to gameplay. Like, their gameplay is actually very straightforward, right? Combats look very interesting in Patient Fire. So, but the only other two games that Sony has provided that I would say has like really a deeper mechanics than surface level is God of War, the new God of War, and Bloodborne. But Bloodborne is not even made by Sony, studios. It's made by From Software, and them motherfuckers. I'm a big fan of From Software, so them motherfuckers dope as fuck already. Um, but besides from God of War, I can't really say there's much in-depth gameplay in much other PlayStation games. I mean, Horizon doesn't have that. I mean, Horizon gameplay is good. It's not very intriguing, right? It's very straightforward, very Far Cry-esque, right? She got a spear that she does 3 moves with. What kind of shit is that? I mean, there's a lot to Horizon gameplay, but it's not really that deep. It's just as deep or shallow, whatever you want to consider, comparable to any third person. I mean, not third person. third party fucking open world game. It's no fucking difference. None. So I'm very color me impressed. I mean, I'm very impressed by that. If they can, uh, because I'm already impressed that they at least attempt to do more with open world games than just fucking waypoint. Here you go, follow this fucking line. You know what I mean? They're implementing a lot of different things to that, so I'm very impressed with that. I would be even more impressed if their combat is off the chain. And looking that way too, and that's why I'm hyped. The combat, I haven't figured it out yet, but it's good that I haven't figured it out yet. You know what I mean? If I could figure it out, then it's not that difficult. Well, not difficult, but not that in depth. If I can figure it out that easy without actually seeing, what buttons are pressed and stuff, and I could still figure out how things are done, then it's whatever. But besides from God of War, man, there hasn't been a lot of other PlayStation games that has like really intriguing gameplay. Uh, I mean, I'm not saying their games are bad. Their games are amazing. I've always said I like games for what they are. Like I don't play, The Last of Us expecting Bloodborne, expecting Bloodborne shit. I played that shit because it's a story about a man who lost everything and 20 years later he found something worth living for, so he'll kill everybody else for it. That's what I see. And they did a very good job with that. When I started this podcast, I was telling y'all all you would need to do as a dev to get at least a 7 from me, a 7 out of 10 from me, is just set out to do something, have an idea, and set out to accomplish that. And if you're able to accomplish it well, you'll get an automatic 7 from me. Now, 8, 9s, and 10s is how well you accomplish that mission. You know what I mean? And that's all it is. But yeah, man, it's almost 12. I got shit to do in the morning. I gotta throw a, you know what I'm saying, surgeon mask on, look like a ghetto doctor out of this bitch tomorrow. I gotta run do some things. But man, it's been a minute, man. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. And it's like I mentioned, man, it's not has anything to do with this community or anything like that. It's just personal shit. It's gotten crazy for a while, and I don't like doing podcasts and being on here while I'm not feeling my best because it's y'all don't have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather figure out my own shit, and once I'm good, I'm good. I can hop on round table and shit because that's kicking it with the homies and shit. It's not that bad. It's hard for me to sit here for 2 hours with a lot of things on my mind and still run my mouth to y'all. You feel me? Um, but a lot of things has gone fall by the wayside, and I'm feeling a lot better about life. You know what I mean? Like my life is great. I don't want y'all to get it twisted. You know what I mean? My life is fine. It's just a lot of the shit with the world at large sometimes can bring a motherfucker down. And I didn't want to, you know, push that on y'all as well. But I'm starting to ramble at this point, man. I think we're good to go. I mean, it's been a while since I ran my mouth for almost 2 hours. I miss y'all. I haven't been here in a minute. But yeah, man, I should be doing more. Like, there's no reason why I wouldn't. Um, I do want to apologize to y'all. I don't think I can keep fucking streaming Neo 2 because this game is long as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I just keep on streaming that shit. I'm still playing it. It's not even over. I put like 40 hours in this bitch already. I don't even know if I'm close to the end. and I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I've never even played the original. But I don't remember the story being this way though. I've watched my ex-girlfriend play that shit in high school, and I don't remember the story being the way it is. Or maybe I'm tripping. But I'll see what it is. So right now I'm like juggling a whole bunch of games. Playing Final Fantasy VII. I'm still playing Neo. Um, I'm actually getting back into like fighting games and shit because it's been a while since I played those and I'm rusty as fuck. So I mean it's been great gaming wise. You know what I mean? Just the world at large can bring a motherfucker down sometimes. But yeah, man, I'm glad y'all can come through and kick it with a motherfucker. I'll see y'all next Sunday if everything goes well. There shouldn't be any issues why I can't do the show next week. Um, I need to come up with some good fucking topics because I don't have none. I don't even have topics for today. I just want to hop on because it's been a while. But I really appreciate y'all coming through, man. I'll see y'all next week. Or, you know, saying on the round table and shit. I'll probably see y'all um, either Wednesday or, you know, or Fridays or Saturdays on the round table. We're still trying to figure it out. I think we're going to do one on Thrash's channel and one on the round table channel itself. So we could do two a week. But, man, I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Royal Flush, Draco Rex, Ancient Gambit. Uh, what can I say, man? It's interesting. Don't. All I can tell y'all is enjoy your games and don't become the thing that you laugh at. That's all I'm saying. Y'all have a good night. You know?